Hey, what happened?
My passenger from tonight, he pulled a knife on me. He attacked me. If he finds me, he will kill me.
Hola guys, I'm Jovanny from Univision. ¿Cómo están? How are you?
Doing good.
Yeah.
I have to say that this might be one of my favorite shows of the year. It's so scary, it's so thrilling. I had a great night because I watched it in one day. I couldn't stop.
We can't tell by the fact that you
Yeah.
set your whole room up. It's like the lighting's perfect for the scene. It's great.
I know a place that we can lay low for a while.
How do you know every single thing that I've done tonight?
I want to start with something simple, a little bit more fun. Have you ever had a moment in an event or red carpet where you had mustard on your face?
Oh, seriously?
Man, knock on wood, I have not yet.
Question for you: are you saying this to me because you have a photo of me with mustard on my face? Is this a lead?
Yes, let me start.
No, I've not had mustard on my face at a red carpet, to my knowledge, but I don't want to say that with any kind of certainty.
I have stuff caught in my teeth all the time. I have this one spot in my mouth that I get food in almost every time I eat. So if I don't remember to check, and I'm sure there's been times where I've been on the red carpet and there's been something. There's probably something there right now. I probably should not open my mouth too much.
I think you look great.
You have something right.
Oh,
Lina, this is your baby. You directed, you wrote it. What was the inspiration?
The inspiration was many things, but one of them was the absolute simmering rage that I felt after the 2016 election, and I think so many people felt in this country, and wanting to do something with it that was not polite or educational or whatever. I just wanted that rage to be fucking unchained, as you'll see if you watch the show.
why are you doing this?
The police, come out now.
Dane, by now you're like a master at playing a villain. What was it about Carl that you wanted to play him?
You are sitting next to a sociopath.
So here's the deal. If you tell me a really good story, then I will let you live.
Well, I hadn't really played a villain in a long time, and I think I had a change in worldview since the last time I had played a villain, in which I now understand that there's people in this world that are just bad, evil people that do things for bad reasons. There was a lot that went into me wanting to do this, but I think of all the villains I've played, this is the first one where I've realized, oh, some villains are just bad people and they're just doing bad things. And there's not really a good reason for it, even if they think there is.
Maika, can I ask you, who's scarier, Dane or the ghost from It Follows?
Oh golly. Man. Dane was pretty scary. Man, I don't know, that's a really tough question because is it scarier when you can't even see what's after you? So maybe It Follows me with ghosts.
You may not be able to see it, but that was actually me also.
Yeah, yeah.
They were both me.
I have to say, as a fan, I was terrified by both. So you...
Good, I'm glad.
Come on!
No fair!
The show touches and comments in a lot of the problems we have in the country in a beautiful, subtle way, but it does. And Avan, there's a particular scene with a police officer. You guys couldn't predict where we were gonna be today. How is it watching that scene now in contrast to when you film it, with everything that has happened in the country?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, even just doing press right now, and you know, we had done press as well in April, kind of the beginning of quarantine, and it feels like we live in a completely different world now. It just seems like so much has been revealed in such a great way, and some really kind of really upsetting things. And so yeah, it definitely feels different for sure.
We can't just go to a police station. I don't even know if this guy is real.
From my personal standpoint, as I said this earlier, is that you know, although, you know, obviously the events with George Floyd and the police brutality and the abuse of power that we've seen over the last 6 months in hyper focus, you know, those elements have always been true of this, you know, of this place, America, and all this stuff. So I think that I can't speak for Jovanny as far as like where the origin is, but you have to look back a bit, unfortunately, not very far back from when we shot it, when it was created, to find stories like this. This is unfortunately a recurring theme. And so I think we were all aware of the sort of weight and totality of showing a police brutality scene against a person of color and what that would mean. And again, not making it medicine, but also and not being too frivolous with it either. Not just it's something that happens and we roll on and we don't address it. The two characters, you know, then go away and have a, you know, sort of a conversation about what that means and why it's different between the two of them. And I think that's substantive, and it's not just for effect, you know. I think which I think is good, and it's a testament to Dina's writing and handle of those situations.
I just want to add to that, you know, the character of JJ says over and over, "I can't breathe," and that's a refrain we've heard throughout American history. You know, it's not a refrain from just what happened to George Floyd. It's happened, like Avan said, over and over and over and over and over again, generations. Yeah. So yes, I think it was really important too that. Again, in Avan's hands, I felt so confident that this would be rendered in all the detail that is true about an experience like this. And it's after effect, you know, on a human being. And it radically changes the course of his commitment to what he's, you know, kind of endeavored to do that night. And so we get to see, you know, him say in a very kind of no holds barred way, this is a different America for you and me. Period. We cannot go to the police. You know, they will kill me if I go there. So that was really important to say.
And it happens to Black people, to Mexicans, to Indians. So it happens to, unfortunately, minorities.
Are you famous?
Why would you think that?
You live in a mansion.
Actually, I have no idea who lives there.
What do you mean?
45 minutes ago, I rang the bell. When the woman that lives there opened the door, I shot her in the face.
What advice can you give to anyone that's trying to move to LA to chase their dreams?
Whoa. Go to school. You know, I think it was always really important to me to go to acting school and learn how to act. I think, you know, there's one way to do it of just kind of going to LA and trying to be famous. But even if you happen to be one of the 5 million people that works out for, it'll only become sustainable if you know what you're doing, if you love what you're doing as an art form and as a craft, and if it's something you feel like you can do your entire life and you can't think of anything else you would possibly want to do with your life. So I would urge everybody to, you know, exhaust any opportunities that their community has before trying to do it professionally, and then trying to, you know, go to acting school and learn it from a classical sense and do it in an old school way, because I think that's what will give you longevity in a career.
What's your advice for people who want to move to LA to chase the dream, and how can they do it safely?
No, I think it's safe. You know, it's LA, and here's, you know, not to get too, you know, heavy or political. LA is a city, depends on where you're staying, and it's socioeconomic, and it's you know, as far as safety is concerned, it's very, you know, it's a very diverse place of safety, and it's all based on socioeconomic. So yeah, I found it, and I've been here so long. I've been here like 15 years. So yeah, it's now. And Vina, I think you've been here a long time too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was born in Canada. I grew up here in the States.
Oh right.
Yeah, but I definitely want to move back to Canada now. I want to get out of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. The show is so scary. The scary part is that you're barefoot on LA.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Everybody.